Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Dynasty. What I got for y'all today, yet again, is another Injustice 2 video. Now, today, you guessed it, it's another top 5 video. I've promised you guys another one by the end of the week, and here it is, another top 5 video, the top 5 returning characters I love to see from Injustice 1, of course, make an appearance inside of Injustice 2. This is not in any particular order, but this is, like, realistically my top 5 choices, so if a character you like does not make the list, I'm so sorry. It's just, like, who I would want to see make a comeback, and I'm going to pretty much explain why that's the case, and that's pretty much the plan for today, guys. So if you're interested, of course, stick around, but before that, could you guys please drop a like on the video? The last video, you guys absolutely killed it. I asked for 500 likes, and over 1,000 of you actually dropped a like, which is insane. YouTube is still broken, so I could use the support now more than ever. I usually don't ask for likes. I still feel weird doing that, but please, guys, takes a second. Drop a like on the video. It really helped me out a ton. Thank you so much for the recent support, guys. You guys are really the best. With that said, though, let me show you the top 5 returning characters I want to see inside of Injustice 2. First things first, it starts off with none other than Green Arrow. Now, before you guys go crazy and say, wait a second, Dynasty, Green Arrow is dead. Yes, I get that inside of the actual Injustice regime universe, he is dead. We see that inside the first game, but he is still alive inside the normal DC universe, and that is why I have, like, this door open still for Green Arrow. However, what I think is so weird about this, like, you know, whole situation on who's dead, who's alive, is Boone has come out and said, okay, we're going to focus a lot on the actual regime universe, of course, the actual Injustice universe that we're introduced to for the first time inside the comics, and of course, Injustice 1. And though he said that, he still didn't really close the door on the fact that there is, like, a multiverse. There's still, like, Earth 1 and Earth 2, so we don't really know what's going on inside the Injustice 2 campaign. We don't know how much they're going to use both of these, like, you know, Earth 1 or 2 aspects, but Green Arrow is somebody I still see that has a chance to be inside the game despite him being killed by Superman. I'm so sorry. Spoiler alert, but just a couple of weeks ago I showed you guys that Star City Easter egg inside the Metropolis level. Of course, on the left hand side, you can see there it says Star City and has like the weather there. So I mentioned in that video, hey, it would be kind of weird to allude to his hometown, but him not really making an appearance inside of this game. So, and if they do actually stick to their guns and they're like, yeah, he is dead and we're focusing on this Injustice universe, what about Red Arrow Roy Harper? If I'm not mistaken, he's alive and well, not to mention inside of Green Arrow's ending inside of Injustice 1, guess who's alongside him in the ending? Red Arrow. And if anything, if they're going to stick to their guns, what if you give Roy Harper that chance to take over the Green Arrow title and he's like using Oliver Queen's death as like motivation to go out of his way to help the insurgency, to make sure that this crazy, you know, super psycho regime Superman does not continue to take over the universe. And for me, he's just one of those characters that I really hope makes his way into the Injustice 2 roster. And just think about it, guys. Look how big Arrow has gotten on TV from the CW. Like, it's huge, so big that inside the first game he had the Arrow skin. And I mean, they've already come out and said, like, yeah, expect to see some skins from Suicide Squad or from the CW series and stuff like that. So it'd be such a missed opportunity. They couldn't just continue to do that and give like an Arrow skin yet again for the Green Arrow instead of Injustice 2. So obviously, after this entire 3-minute rant, you know, Green Arrow is somebody I really want to see inside of Injustice 2. Moving on to my next character, though, it's none other than Catwoman. Now, I think Catwoman has a pretty good chance as well as make a comeback, and I really want to see her because she's one of my personal favorites. Not to mention, just a couple days ago, Boone actually said this, bam, somebody said, please don't forget about Catwoman, and of course his response was, we shall not. So there you got Ed Boon teasing the fact that we might see Catwoman inside of Injustice 2, and of course that got a lot of people hyped and stoked because Catwoman is pretty damn iconic. Not to mention, towards the end of the Injustice 1 campaign, she has that conversation with Batman where he comes out and he's like, yeah, you picked the wrong side, and she pretty much comes out and says like, yeah, I know that I did, and she seems kind of regretful inside the campaign. And what's cool about this is because, if I'm not mistaken, inside the actual Injustice comic books, she's no longer working with the regime. She's actually working alongside Batman as part of the insurgency. So inside of Injustice 2, I would love to see that, you know, that comic book aspect of her being a good guy, working with the insurgency this time around. Be so sick, honestly. And what's a game without Batman's love interest? And we see, like I said, that small snippet where he's like, so intimate with her, like, yeah, dude, like, you really screwed up. And she says something like, oh, I did it to protect you. And I'd love to see more of the interaction between the two because, come on, I mean, it's Batman and Catwoman. Her gear options would be probably endless as well because she's rocked a bunch of different attires throughout the comic books and stuff like that. So Catwoman, for me, would be on my list because she's an awesome female character. And, I mean, hey, Boone did say he wants to have more female characters this time around. So, come on. Gotta bring back one of the better female characters in the first game in Catwoman. Moving on though to my third character here. Like I said, not in any particular order, but my third character is none other than Green Lantern Hal Jordan. Now, what's weird is since the official reveal for Injustice 2, I'm really surprised that Ed Boon has not teased anything whatsoever about Green Lantern. I looked at his Twitter account recently before making this video, and he's not tweeted out a single thing about Hal Jordan or just any Green Lantern in general. It's like, wow, like, you would think a character as iconic as Hal Jordan would have been mentioned, but no, guys, it's been months and nobody's mentioned the Green Lantern whatsoever. Then you throw in the fact that we got Atrocitus as one of the first characters revealed for Injustice 2, and it's like, wait a second, is Hal Jordan really going to be replaced by Atrocitus? And I don't think that's the case whatsoever. If anything, I think it kind of raises Green Lantern's chances to be on the roster, because obviously, Atrocitus could be his main enemy inside the campaign. That'd be so sick. And it's just so weird because inside Injustice 1's campaign, he was like one of the main characters you see constantly through the cutscenes, and even the comic books, he plays a pretty big role as well. I mean, come on, it's the Green Lantern. And what's weird as well is because inside the first game you had like 2 Lantern characters. You had Sinestro, and of course you had Hal Jordan, and if they carry that over, which I think they will, I can't really see Sinestro coming back, and I'm so sorry if you are a fan of Sinestro. I just can't see that. I can't see them picking like somebody like Sinestro over Green Lantern, especially when you throw in the fact that towards the end of Injustice 1 you see the Yellow Lantern Hal Jordan from the Injustice universe, as well as Sinestro being taken to the Guardians to like answer for their recent actions, and of course Hal Jordan's there with them, like taking them, and I can't see them actually coming back from that. So I think Hal Jordan and Atrocitus makes sense. And I mean, come on, the promo shirt actually had a lantern on it as well, and though people were saying it's Atrocitus' lantern, for all you know, that lantern on that shirt could very well just be, you know, Green Lantern's lantern. So I'm not closing the door on hope for Green Lantern. He's such an iconic character, and if he's not inside of this game, there's probably going to be riots, because he was probably one of the most used characters in Injustice 1. He had such a big role in the first game. I mean, come on. It's one of the main iconic DC characters in history, and if he's not in this game, that would be just absolutely insane. So Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, somebody I really want to see. Not to mention, throw in the fact that we have this gear system, and inside this gear system you can have a Red Lantern, you know, Hal Jordan, a Yellow Lantern Hal Jordan, just endless possibilities, as well as like John Stewart version of Green Lantern, etc. So the gear system would work out perfectly for his character. And I mean, come on, it's Green Lantern. He's got to be in this game. There's more pros and cons to him being on the roster than him not being on the roster. So yes, Hal Jordan is my number 3 spot right there. Moving on to my number 4 spot though, it's none other than Cyborg. He was actually a character that I wish a lot more people actually used instead of Injustice 1, because he was awesome. He was like the comedic relief inside the campaign, and if he's not inside of Injustice 2, who's gonna fill that comedic relief role? I don't know, honestly. Booster Gold, maybe? Who knows? But he's like my favorite character from the Teen Titans, so call me a bit biased. He was always my favorite, so I really want to see him make a return so bad. But what sucks and scares me is his moveset appears to be super similar to what Blue Beetle's is inside of Injustice 2. They both have hand cannons, they both have like a mechanical suit, and that's what scares me. Like, that's why I think he might not be in the game. And you throw in the fact that Ed Boon's already teased both Starfire and Beast Boy for Injustice 2. And obviously, NetherRealm Studios can't add like every single Teen Titan to the roster. They gotta actually share the wealth here. You gotta have a couple Batman characters, a couple Superman characters. That, you know what I mean? Like, you can't have all Teen Titans. As much as I want to see all of them, you just can't. So because of that, I can see them actually swapping out 2 of the original characters like Raven or Cyborg for both Starfire and Beast Boy. So that's another reason why I'm just like, man, I don't think he's going to make the cut, but I really do hope he does. If anything, he has some things working for him. For instance, he's getting his own movie sometime soon. He's also now a part of the Justice League, so you can actually make some pretty cool DLC skins like Justice League Cyborg and sell that. NetherRealm Studios is going to be big on that. They're going to have movie skins for Wonder Woman, etc. So why not give Cyborg like his own Justice League skin? They gave him his own Teen Titan skin back in the day as well. So he has that working for him, his own movie, and of course the Justice League movie. Great way to introduce the character for the future, and I hope he makes it, guys. I honestly really hope he does, but right now it's not looking too good because of, you know, Blue Beetle. But maybe I'm wrong. You can have 2 of each, you know what I mean? We have a couple Kryptonians. We're probably gonna have a couple Lanterns. Why not have 2 guys with hand cannons? Right. Anyways, guys, he is my number 4 spot. So right now we got Green Arrow, Catwoman, Green Lantern, Cyborg. Now, last but certainly not least, my 5th character that I want to see return inside of Injustice 2 is none other than the Joker. Now, I get it, again, just like I mentioned for Green Arrow, he is dead inside of the Regime universe. He's killed by Superman. he is the reason why we have this entire situation, because he goes and he convinces Superman to kill Lois, hence why we have the game. Now again, I'm not sure how they're going to use the Earth 1, Earth 2 scenario, that whole aspect to everything, but I want to see Joker in the game because he's like the most iconic Batman villain of all time, like easily. And not to mention, instead of Injustice Mobile, they gave him his brand new Suicide Squad costume. Like, that costume, that character is so sick, and I would love to see that skin as part of the gear system inside of Injustice 2. Like I mentioned previously, they've already come out and said that, yeah, we're gonna have movie skins inside Injustice 2. That is like a best-selling skin. Like, seeing Jared Leto's Joker inside of Injustice 2 needs to happen. Now, if anything, I guess like the worst case scenario is maybe he's not playable. But what if he kind of like haunts Regime Superman's head, like he's seen him do in the past? Like, he's always, you know, the voices in Superman's head continuing to, you know, just make him go crazy and remind him of the fact that he killed Lois. Maybe he makes a return in that aspect and he's not playable. I'd be okay with that, but I want to see Joker so bad. A game like this without Joker, though I know his gameplay was not like the best, he didn't have like the greatest moves, he's not like some super buff dude or has like these crazy abilities, he's just the dude with some gadgets, and I love that. Not to mention, a couple days ago, Boone actually said this, bam, the Joker was also a Red Hood before Jason Todd took the name. So what should we do instead of Injustice 2? So that's actually a recent tease for the Joker in this game, and that's pretty much it, guys. I just want to see those 5 characters inside of Injustice 2, Green Arrow, Catwoman, Green Lantern, Joker, and Cyborg. Now, let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think of my top 5 list? If I missed the character you want to see, I'm so sorry. It's kind of actually tough to narrow it down to just 5 characters, so I picked like the best, most realistic chances, I guess, and people actually liked, and that's my list, guys. So anyways, hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, please drop a like, and of course, make sure to subscribe for some more Injustice 2 MKX content. Till next time, I've been your host, I've been Dynasty, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.